Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's Black Girl on Campus Lunch and Learn series. I'm Monica, and I am the founder and CEO of Black Girl on Campus, also known as BGOC, where I take the overwhelm out of all things college for African American girls who will be first generation college students. I started BGOC back in 2017 because I too was a first generation college student and I was a ball of confusion, okay? I missed deadlines. I didn't know where to apply to that made sense for me. I didn't know how to research schools. It was crazy. I know what it means to be uncertain and unsure on a journey to college, once there, and starting out in a professional career. What I'm here to do is help you feel confident, empowered, and clear, and ready to slay as a first generation college student. So, what is Lunch and Learn? Lunch and Learn is a few minutes with me doing a brief teaching on a topic and a subject with a takeaway or two that you can implement right away. That's the important part in either college planning or college success as a first generation college student. I do not go long in these videos, they are bite sized for you to take what you need, but more importantly, to implement what you hear and watch. So, as the screen says, today's topic is 3 places to find college scholarships: CapEx, Scholarship Owl, FastWeb, Chegg, Peterson's, Scholarship.com, UNCF. Do any of those sound familiar to you? Here's the thing, I'm not talking about any of those. Why? Because everybody is looking over there. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share places you've never heard or thought of. And if you put in just a little bit of work, I'm sure you can not only find at least one scholarship, but maybe even win one. That'd be nice, right? So let's go. So there was no way I wasn't going to mention me and what it is that I do with Black Girl on Campus. I have my membership community, College Knowledge University, where all of the goodness goes down, if I do say so myself, but we'll talk about that more later. But I also share scholarship information on a weekly and monthly basis in 2 ways. I dig deep on the internet and other places looking for scholarships so you don't have to do it. And I find a lot of good, legitimate opportunities. I look for things that are not clickbait and ask for your left arm and social security number to see the requirements and the way you can apply. Where do I do this? First, over on my Facebook page, I share a monthly opportunity, and then over in my e-community called On Campus, every week I send out my e-news brief with first generation college student info, but I also share 1 or more scholarship opportunities that are either appropriate for high school, current college students, or both. You really need to be in my e-community. Get yourself on over into On Campus, and just for the scholarships alone. But I give a lot of other information. So go on ahead and click the link in the caption below and join me there. Next, your parents' place of employment. If your mom or dad works for a large corporation, it's very likely that the company has at least 1 college scholarship available to apply for. As the child of an employee, you can have your parent ask their HR department if such an opportunity exists at the company. And if either of your grandparents served in the military, because you see in the little written, it says, what about your grandparents? If either one of them served in the military, there are scholarship opportunities available for grandchildren. I'm telling you, there are tons of scholarships available to the tune of over $6 billion a year. You just have to know where to look and who to ask. And while I absolutely love digging around for scholarships you've never heard of, you can do some digging yourself right in your neighborhood. First, local businesses. I have found tons of scholarships that are available specifically for a state, if you live in a specific state or the community, that I don't post because my intention is to find scholarships you've never heard of, but that are also available nationally, because BGOC is a national company. But that doesn't stop you from checking the websites of the law office or the plumbing business in your neighborhood or the website of a local mall. I'm telling you, you would be surprised. Number 2 is sororities. I will sing this tune for as long as I'm doing the work of BGOC. I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and every local graduate chapter I've been in has, 1, had a scholarship available for a young lady that lives in their community, and 2, has gone years without receiving applications for said scholarships. And I'm not just talking about Zeta Phi Beta. The same goes for Alpha Kappa Alpha, Delta Sigma Theta, and Sigma Gamma Rho, I'm sure. Search any one of those organizations in your borough or your city, check out their website, or email them for information. Zeta also has scholarships available on our international website, z5b1920.org, that you could apply to. I'll put the link in the caption below as well for that. Third is your Department of State. Every state has a department that oversees education, and it's full of resources, one of which is available scholarships just because you live in that state. And finally, number 4, local nonprofits. Last year, I had the honor of partnering with Imani.org. It's a wonderful nonprofit that works with Black girls on self-esteem and development. And together, we distributed 2 college scholarships for $1,000 each. 1 to a current college student who was entering her sophomore year, and the second was for a high school student who was going to be a first-generation college student. Imani is based in DC and New York, but the scholarship was nationwide and available to anyone. Local chapters of organizations like the NAACP and professional associations like, for instance, the National Society of Black Engineers may have opportunities to offset the cost of college. So check them out. So how fast was that? Be honest with me. Have you heard of any of these scholarship options? I hope that I was able to turn you on to at least one new option if you had, that you haven't thought about, and found today's Lunch and Learn helpful. The title was 3 places you haven't thought of, excuse me, and it really turned into more than that based on that last slide alone. But that's because I love what I do, and I don't want you out here paying full tuition when with just a little bit of work, I'm telling you, you can find opportunities to chop down the cost of college. Remember to check the caption below for the links to a couple of free resources I have created with first-generation college students in mind as you navigate your journey to, in, and after college. And if you're in the 11th or 12th grade in high school, or you're a first-year student in college, obviously in your first generation, I invite you to join me in my community, membership community, that is, College Knowledge University, where you'll have access to me, college admissions folks, and other professional experts that will make your journey into and while in college a success. The link for CKU is also in the description box below. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time for Lunch and Learn.